Hello, 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 guides and guidesses. My name is Psi Divine. Thank you for visiting my channel. And yeah, welcome. I hope you are having a wonderful day, midday, evening, middle of the night. I don't know, whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a great time doing it. Even if it's just enjoying this moment. So let's dive into the next set of signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and after that, the collective reading for all three signs, water signs. Let's start with Pisces, shall we? Okay, Pisces, this was a lot of messages in there if you read them. Let's see what messages go with the cards for this. And I'm splitting this between male and female because I just felt like that was something that needed to be done here. Okay. This feels like getting an experience for more than one person. This could be partnerships, can be roommating, people deciding to strengthen or solidify a relationship, transformation of sorts. Feels like someone being brought into a situation because they have a purpose, a use. Okay? Let's see what cards are here. Forgive all the extra noise. I've got the door open, letting the nice air come through. Clarify, taking in. Okay. So what I see here is a feminine energy who is making a choice at this time, or understands they need to make a choice on a situation that's just been left hanging. This is being ready for a new cycle. but it's about making the moves also. And that's here in the Magician. This is someone who's grown tired of being deceived. Moving out of this crafty energy with the others. Now, these cards are choices. We should be moving out of this energy, but it's like between these two, I feel like it's despite someone's bad energies, despite the knowledge you know, you invite this energy back in again. So it's the option to be done, but not. It's ready for a new cycle, but not embarking on that new cycle. It's losing success in a situation, and you know that. For some, it's needing financial assistance. And it's allowing a situation, perhaps that we weren't going to go back into, it's allowing that to return. Moving back towards something that you're familiar with. And this could be on a financial level. For some, this can be going back to an old job after being fired for one. Searching for new work for some. But it's searching for new work for some, and it feels like not being successful at it, or having concerns about what may be on the resume or on the application. Okay. Now, in the swords here, see, we can be walking in one direction, or we could be moving on. For some, there's the experience of a loss of control. And it could be because we might have to walk away from harsh or aggressive situations that just kind of like have weakened us or made us feel that way, left us with no energy. So now we're looking at our options. What's coming next? 10 of Cups being here. It's understanding a break in a relationship, work, and still having a look at it. Why are you still looking at this? This doesn't... Perhaps it's in a place where we're looking for someone to do the right thing. And the Hermit is searching for answers, feeling kind of like isolated, under a microscope of someone's opinion. Some of you feel like the battle is just too great. This can be financial. This could be work. Doesn't really feel like relationships. Could have been a job or a friendship that we enjoyed that had some benefit to it. And now it's having to turn our backs to a situation because of things being incomplete. It feels like power play over you at this time. In the Nine of Wands, it's not having any more drive to keep pushing for something. It's like having to battle against haters, selfish people. In the Three of Swords, it's an opportunity here to move on, to recover. It's healing from a betrayal, one that had financial ties to it. This could just be a bad work environment. Now, for some, you are waiting for a masculine energy to contact you with some type of news regarding work. Do they still have a use for you? For some of you regarding work, you might have been a little bit on the passive side with resolving an issue. And that could have been you exercising your grace. This can be an opportunity to also gracefully clarify your position on a topic. Handle things with grace and strength as you make an offer. This could be one trying to salvage a job position or rumor, speculation. Some of you may be fearing being included in some bullshit at work. Being unfairly attached. Unfairly, I don't know what the word is. The words that just came to me is hostile work environment. And there's the devil. All right. This is, for some, going to be a release. That could be moving on from a job. Gaining freedom from a unhappy situation. And on the feminine aspect of it, it feels empty. And the closure is going to be bothersome for a minute. However, yes, it does affect the world. Yes. Okay. In the Hierophant, we have traditional ideas, old ideas. It gives us this incident, this situation puts you into a feeling of rebellion. It's kind of like, I know what the deal is, fuck it. So we're accepting the loss. It puts us upside down. It's the 5. It feels like the energy of others who might have worked against you to cause this issue, bring the chaos. For some of y'all was guilty, y'all wasn't on the fuck shit. But you still have something to turn around and work on. So your 5, while it is in reverse here, it is moving upward. Okay? So it's like out of chaos comes creation. Out of being forced out comes a change. I don't feel like you have a problem with change. It just throws things off balance. So it's time now to move towards new work. Okay? It's time to make sure you got your chips in order. Make sure your money's in order. Don't be overspending at this time. But you're working on balance. And the push out actually harnesses that muscular, masculine energy. It strengthens the ego. It makes you innovative at this time. It kind of makes you put down that sensitivity issue. The fear, the self-induced fear about going forward. And yes, this situation very much affects the home, naturally. But this is karma. This is karma. It forces you to be assertive, comfortable with yourself, even while dealing with arrogant behaviors of others. It puts you into an impulsive mode of self. Makes you throw low self-esteem issues out the door. Calls in the doubling of a masculine energy of self. Makes you, out of the feeling comes mastering the self. Ooh-wee. So it puts you into a King of Sword position. This is where we become like suddenly intellectual, analytical. We speak better. We are on our game. It gives you an opportunity to be ethical towards yourself, just and righteous towards self. Puts you into your seeker mode. And while you want to be cognizant here of being too moody, because you're supposed to take this energy at this time and boost yourself forward. Now you do have a choice here in the Seven of Swords. This is an opportunity to move, run away from the situation. And what I just heard is run away with your tail tucked between your legs for some. For others, it's coming clean about the situation so that you can move forward. Not clinging to the past, putting that down. You walked away with data. Yes, you walk away with your emotions, but yet let that be the fuel to move you into the next phase of work, experiences, partnerships. Look at that. Yeah, this feels like one of those things it's better to walk away from. It's better to see how you can excel elsewhere. For some of you, this was getting involved in the wrong situation. Going towards something because it was just quick and available. And you might have been deceived, misled, incentivized to do the wrong thing in some situations. But the push out, if you can walk away clean, is a great opportunity to restore balance. Move into a new situation. Let's see. What do the guides want you to know specifically? Here at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. In reverse, we want to be very cognizant of not taking emotional baggage with us coming out of this situation. If you need to take a week or two to heal, get your mind right, do so. This is something you don't want to take into the next situation, running your mouth about. It won't be a good thing. Okay, so I'll put the baggage down. Spiritual guidance. Moose. Shh. Okay. So right now you are not taking a certain test. And there's karma there. So what you don't want to fall into, your guides want you to know, is though at this time you may experience frustration, irritations, don't be lazy. You have a skill that earns money, and abundance is there for you. Okay? In your green, we get emotional balance. So stay on that. Stay practical, stay aware. Stay on your money. Stay focused. Okay? So save, conserve. Watch the materialistic behavior. Don't just spend because it's there. Your guides want you to know you have big changes coming. There is a divine adjustment happening for you at this time. Makes you stronger, makes you more aware, makes you ready for the next cycle, which is 3. Things that were destroyed, blown out, didn't grow, firing, whatever, quitting. Their abundance awaits you. But it's really about how you see things at this time. Perspective. Get growth out of this situation. Unity awaits you. But we got to forgive the past. Let go of the egos that we might have worked around. Heal the mind and body. And understand that in the past we might have had something to learn from others, because they might have given us a mirror into our inner selves, how we lied to ourselves, how we might have been thirsty for an opportunity that we knew from the get-go wasn't good. This is listening to the self. Some of you were involved in something that had some criminal elements to it. If you got out of that shit untouched, say a prayer. Have gratitude for that. Have gratitude, have some gratitude you got out. Wow. You learned something, and it's time to make some different moves. Try not to avoid moving forward. Don't even try, just move forward. Move forward with faith and grace. You have higher knowledge of self at this time and others. You now understand everything that looks cool and feels friendly ain't. You understand at this time about protecting yourself, why you're doing what you're doing, why do others do what they do. You know a little bit more. You understand gossip and the nature of hater-isms. At the bottom of the deck is blank. So the next phase is your choice. The next timeline is your choice. We can sit around, be angry about it. We can be intellectual. We can accept our experience. It happened. And with angelic intelligence, move forward. Whatever angelic intelligence means to you at this time, do it. Messages for Cancer. Okay, Cancer, that went pretty fast. I don't think I need male and female for this. Okay, let's see what you got going. This feels... Ooh. Wow, look at that. One more outcome. That was more? Okay. All right, Cancer. We've got the King of Wands in reverse. This is being impulsive, okay? So from being impulsive and spending, okay? You've used up you've passionately spent. This is about gaining wisdom, right? Getting bold, getting smarter here. I'm gonna write that one for you. For some of you, in the Eight of Pentacles here, you have lost inspiration for work, hard work. This could be because changes in work, less of it, unhappiness in it, wanting to get back to work. And there is some type of block. This could be from a higher up, someone forcing things to not work. So it's got you in a place where money isn't good. Just feels like having to suffer the greed of someone else. So balance is desired, and we are waiting for that to happen, right? Trying to stay flexible for the good work when it shows up, right? And trying to have a little bit of smile time in there, hopefully. And still waiting for someone to make a decision while impacting the material losses of others. This is something that once was reliable, once was supportive, growing. That's changed. So for some of you, it's a loss of protection. It's things that just aren't going. It's burnt out. And that brings the Tower. Okay? So this changes the way we think about the old job and how it, or the old work, the old finance. Okay? In the 10, it's a holding on to something, not letting go, hoping things change, waiting for an offer that may not come. What's the advice? Stop. It's the illusion. So the advice is there's challenges at this time, right? Waiting for someone else to control your narrative or your money, your safety, health, whatever, wealth. We might want to stop doing that because it's just brought about this false truth about what's really going on. For some of you, it's got you in a place where it's fearful overthought at this point. In the night, it's choosing a direction. This is a choice, though. We can stop waiting for something to come, waiting on promises from people who are gaining off the stall. I don't know how that works, but it's like someone's delivering a message about just hold on, it's coming, just wait. And that's not the truth. So, anything else? 7 and 7. So it's taking a little bit of control back for the self. Taking an experience, gaining some knowledge in it. It's being chained to a situation. Perhaps this is a job that you've had for so long, or a work situation that you've had for so long that you just don't know how to go forward. And it's battling for something that is overwhelming. It's asking for someone to do right and being defied that. But the world is at stake. So it's understanding some old group collaborations, work situations. They just, you know what it is. It's forgiving a situation. It's letting this time inspire you to move forward too. Some of you have savings, and it's time to figure out how to get that saving to grow for you. This may come with learning new things about investments, business, It's a new mastering of the self. It's letting your visionary elements come on through. It's strengthening interactions with others, new collaborations, working within new groups so other people can see your value. Feels like a work situation that is for the public or of service to others. These are new plans, getting confidence for things, and making a choice. This really is about choice. Empowering the self, letting a cycle end, transitioning into something new. For some of you, you're just going to be waiting on that renewal, waiting for what I just heard is the hand that rocks the cradle. Here we have an option for you. We can use our intimacy, or, we can let our emotions keep us in a static, non-moving position, because here's this situation that we love so much. We'll just wait for it. We don't know anything else. We're not experiencing the creative side of self. And it's like waiting on someone else to fill your cup, but having the knowledge that that may not happen. So it's about choice. It's about saving, growing wise, saving the self. This is about the self, really. Improving the self, creating growth for yourself with the wisdom that you already have, are gaining right now. Sometimes we go through struggles so that we can project, move, quickly forward. So stop being scattered. Stop letting your thoughts run everywhere. Let this insecurity be gasoline to move you forward. Flip that insecurity into, go from I wonder to I know. Communication is coming in with regards to business. What is the communication? Okay. Communication is coming in for some of you about old things that are over. Blockages. People wanting renewal of a job. This feels like a job situation that impacts more than one. It's like trying to save yourself, but it's a situation that really is beyond control. In this regard, it was going out anyway and you knew it. It was decaying anyway and you knew it, which is why you were aware of saving the self, wisdom. Okay, so this can be having to finding energy in a situation where you had to deal with selfish people. And taking that beautiful heart and, again, instead of being focused on the selfish nature of the past, using it to protect yourself and be of the self, going towards the future. For some of you, this is launching that new business, going towards that new job that you were curious that you couldn't get. What's the worst that can happen? You already dealt with the bullshit more than once. You've dealt with this already. What's the worst? It can only go up from here. For some of you, you have done the savings. Now it's time to make it grow. What do your guides want you to know, Cancer? For some of you, this is indeed a test that you haven't taken before. You've stalled on yourself, and you've compared yourself to the others when you're not. Real inner battle. Some of you are coming out of a situation that wasn't right, and you know it. There was a loss for some of you. The desire to have fast gains that didn't quite work out quite as planned. So even in that loss, you still have gifts coming. You just got to take that test, separate yourself. Though there may have been gold and gains in dealing with the others in a certain cycle, that, there was a lesson there. So now we're separating from the impact, the negative impact that other situations brought us, getting ourselves in check. 3 comes back. All right. So the pause in your life right now is for safety. Any breakage, separation is divine intervention. Be grateful for that, because the feeling, again, is to project you forward. You get growth out of this. So while we're in our feelings, let's use our thought process on top of that. Some cycles end on purpose. Now is a good time to start manifesting those intentions, though. This is about the self, what you learned in the past, moving forward, not focusing on the bad, but focusing on the good. At the bottom of the deck here is take the test. Here you are not taking that test of strengthening the self, waiting for someone else to complete you. We're moving forward and away from that. We're going to, because that was fraudulent thinking. Your guides want you to stay on your spiritual path, though, on the way to this. That's where your luck is at. Stay on the right side of, the bad shit. And move forward. This feels like, in short, maybe it isn't a good thing to just wait for the call. Keep moving while waiting for the call. Keep searching while waiting for the call. Stay motivated while waiting for change. And grow your money. Start looking at investments. You might do good at that. Really good at that. Some of you are already in that. All right. Scorpio. Let's see. Messages for Scorpio for February. Okay, I'm going to run these letters with words because there's messages. I feel like there's going to be a few here. Some of you are witnessing or are using drugs at work. It's obvious. There's a slur. People are seeing it. Be careful. It comes across, you seem, it's in the complaining or something. Some of you, if your job involves something governmental, you may be seeing it. I don't know if this is you or someone you're seeing. If you've offered to help someone, oof. Or if this is you, let's just clarify because this is confusing for me. Some of you are experiencing, for yourself or others, something that's causing an issue in the family. And it's creating not good stuff. It feels like a habit that needs to be broken, that creates arrogance, bullying, zero sense of self, puts you off balance, puts the family off balance. It feels like, heavy on the pride. It feels tyrannical almost. This is somebody being very selfish with a habit. Someone choosing to be reckless. Outcome of this. The outcome of this will be the loss of self-discipline. This will bring challenge. Others will walk away. 5 goes to 4. This affects the home. It's a situation where others feel like they're not getting any support. It blocks moving into the future. If this is resonating with you, it brings heartbreak for others. It brings a loss. It brings chaos and brutality for others who have to interact with this. It's promises to repair things, fix things, get it right. But it's really wishful thinking. It's having the options to do better, but not doing it. It's someone being closed off to change. Someone who's lost the ability to really see themselves. Clarify law and order. This brings a lot of imbalance. If you are experiencing the drug user around you, it's not going to get better. It's really not. This brings more loss, greater levels of greed. Things that people have worked for, gone. Right out the door. No rewards, no results. Blockages of the self. Offers to repair things, nah. Not really. It's an opportunity, though, for someone who's very self-absorbed to gain some awareness of self and see the impact they're making upon others and their own shit. And here, it's somebody who is lying to the self, lying to the others. This is a situation that isn't going to change. Not right now. The choice isn't even being considered. The advice is choice. Choosing to take the hint. It ain't even a hint at this point. If you're dealing with somebody who's not taking the hint about their drug use and how it affects you, or their addictions, whatever chemical addiction, and how it affects you, this is time to take the hint. You have all the data you need. Nothing changes. But you can make changes. Scorpio energy is about desires. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, they're driven by what they desire in this situation. This is somebody who has obsessive tendencies. This is someone who is making the decision to not act on it, get right, find a better direction. Wow. Okay, well, we get death in reverse here. This is someone who's holding on to a situation because it ain't bothering them. Even if it's affecting the others, it ain't bothering them. Nothing changes here. It just doesn't. This is someone who's opting to be childish, not grow. Opting to love the self. They care about offers to the self. They care about the self. Scorpio, if this is you, you have some stuff to work on. Nothing changes here, but you do accept that you lose everything over time. That is the end result of the situation. This is loss of job, family, friends. I mean, it's going downward. There would be blockages from a feminine energy because they've had to move into a place of protection. Oh, as a reaction to someone's greed, someone's inability to change. This feels like arguments, combativeness. Oh boy. Someone just really making the promise to do right, get better. Hopefully this isn't you, Scorpio. But if it is not you, someone really sees the drugs more than they see the addiction. It's like the chemicals change. So it's not even them anymore. And you're seeing that. Your guides want you to protect yourself from negative energies and other physical people. What you are seeing is an illusion. Choice. So it's time to make the choice. You have all the data you need to change, move, find healing. Because this isn't a situation where there's going to be the type of cooperation you're hoping for. It's choosing a new cycle. Beginnings that are better for yourself. It's vision, seeing. It's accepting your divinity, taking actions, even if they need to be creative actions, towards, breaking a really bad cycle that ruled your world. It's getting discipline. Accepting some things are just life experiences. Things don't have to be the same way forever, but it's a choice. It's about growth of the soul, control of the self, options that you have to not go through this. In the face of all challenges, we can assess, we can test, we can get the knowledge we need, and we can make moves. There's a law and order element to this, so if this involves violence, bad behavior, it's just not going to get better until somebody makes that choice. So your guides want you to breathe, reset, stop obsessing over things you can't change. Your guides want you to take the test that you've been skipping. That test is about letting go of bad situations, bad habits. It could be also letting go of chasing the hope that somebody does better, gets right. It's hoping for the best and not even preparing for the worst, not even looking at the worst. Your guides want you to pay attention to all the data you have at this point. Okay? It really just feels like save yourself. Because we're in this thought process. Illusions here twice. And it's got you feeling trapped. It's got you, and that's because you need to heal. It's waiting for something that isn't going to change. It's, it's going within instead of all the going without. It's about caring for the mind, body, and spirit. 3's upside down here, but it can right itself if you take care of self. And that starts with letting go of the harmful cycles that were chosen. They create a obsessive mind that's not healthy. They create worry and doubt. But what you really want, what you really need at this time is healing, so that you can access your divine gifts. Chances are you got some psychic capabilities, and you can't get to them with this level of distraction. So go get your rewards. Love yourself. Know that you are beautiful, and you don't have to go, this isn't a necessary situation, it's a choice. Whether it's you going through the drug situation and letting that rule your life, or whether you're dealing with somebody who is letting drugs rule their life, and it's ruling your life too. You're seeing this. You have clarity. You have the knowledge. You have the ability to make moves. It's a choice, though. And it's got to come from, understanding that you're not like the others. As much as you want to be relatable, you're not like the others. You do have the ability to break cycles that aren't good for you. Whether it's in the self or in the others. Whether it's moving away from someone while they learn their lessons. Because remember, if this isn't you and you're dealing with somebody on drugs and they're bringing chaos and destruction, their lessons are your lessons. Whatever they're going through, it's your lesson too. So here's an opportunity to act with awareness. Okay? Let's go for the collective. February 2021 messages for the collective. February 2021 messages for the collective. So, collective, in the month of February, it's about experiences, understanding. Some people are just going to be confusing. Some of you are going to be keeping your eye on things, being thorough in your process. Some of you are going to be holding the line for others, double-checking people's work. Some of y'all got a mouth on you. Please be careful of that. Let's find out about this one. I feel like one of y'all is going to go too far with the potty mouth. Okay, collective, somebody's going to experience a discarding. Look it up. Google's your friend. This could be a relationship with a narcissistic individual, someone very selfish. You will be experiencing a discarding in the month of February. I would not hold on to this energy, but you might, because it's eating away at your brain, trying to figure out why this person acts the way they do. They come, they go, it's alive, it's dead. You have an opportunity in the month of February to defend yourself from this chaotic nature. Hold back. Push back on it. Doesn't mean, be reactive. Doesn't even have to be responsive. But it is about protecting yourself. Because you have the experience, you know what's going to happen here. And it's, protecting yourself from someone who's being just cruel. Some of you will be finding out in the month of February that you wasn't the only one. You may find this out by going through somebody's personal business. Let me move on from that. Oof. And the sun. Some of you in relationships or side, little flingity fling flings. Somebody's going to slip and tell you how they really fucking feel. Or you might. You're going to understand in the month of February how someone is using you. They don't support you. Something that, was exciting at first isn't. It's dealing with someone very egotistical, a user. You become aware of this. You become aware that somebody just was after one thing. And now that you know, now that you have the awareness, it is going to be a little bit sad. It's going to be upsetting. Don't, just don't let it overwhelm you. I feel like bringing it up to this person makes them aggressive towards you. Okay? If this is resonating, it's just going to make this person aggressive. They are just a cold person. They started off nice, but it didn't go far, did it? So the advice at this point is watch your feelings and what you let out in relationships. Be very strong for yourself. Because this is someone who's just manipulative and cold. It's what they do. It ain't even just what they do to you. It's what they do to everyone. Advice. Accept the news, let it finish. If this is somebody who's in and out of your space, let it go. I would change numbers. I would change numbers. Because this is the type of energy that makes baggage. Bad baggage. Abusive baggage that draws in more abusers. And it becomes a habit, like drugs. Yeah. In the Six of Swords, this is the energy of what I just said. Somebody who gives you sadness. You need to recover after fucking with this person. And they leave you with this baggage. It's what they do. And they do it to more than just you. So in the month of February, you have an opportunity to collect more baggage from somebody who doesn't think highly of you at all. They leave you... They leave you feeling taken from. In the Page of Wands, it's somebody who creates conflict so that they have an excuse to have space. It's their magical art. They're wise to how to behave badly and be successful at it. So if someone's giving you verbal abuse, it's because they know it works. So it's time to disconnect from that. What do you guys want you to know? Time to disconnect, but will you? I feel like there's something else here. Finally coming out of this. Take the test, guides. That is moving forward, accepting sometimes that no answer is an answer. It is understanding the others, accepting that some people just lack self-awareness. It's accepting that. It's accepting that if you don't make moves, the situation just keeps repeating without progress. You're not trapped. So, accepting this illusion, moving forward, there is limited protection in choosing not to heal. Some of you are dealing with a snake or a snake-like energy. This could be chemical addiction, could be somebody with a chemical addiction, could just be a bad person. But they've brought a codependency to you. There's some type of codependency here for some of you. You need to be clear with yourself and others. Because right now you may be feeling stuck, confined. It's not going anywhere. You don't know why. You want closure from some source outside of self. That's not how it works. Remember, you are a spirit guide having a human experience. You are in angel school. Hello, welcome. So one of your lessons that you need to be taking a test on is understanding how people remove your protections, use you, addict you to things. You don't have to be addicted to drugs. You can be addicted to behavior, because that's here in this 6. You've moved from a place of loving someone, perhaps, to a place where you're more of service to that person, more of a domestic use role. They expect you to be compassionate, but you need to have that for yourself. And you need to heal, and that's the test. You're due for a healing. So how do we heal? We transform. We end situations that, are not healthy, that have us feeling trapped. Time to get a grip. Ooh. Because there's a snake, the false liar. It's moving forward with plans instead of just listening to the plans, talking about it. It's about building up the soul, finding stability. You have to find that. And just because you have the ability to connect to logical thought processes, it doesn't mean others are. It's like waiting for a snake to shed its skin and become an angel. And that, come on. That person, the snake, has to, realize and grow and evolve for itself for such a thing to even happen. Sometimes that's never going to happen because it's a snake. Nonetheless, you are due to heal. At this time, you are gaining greater knowledge of others and how we respond to others, how we are used, abused, misled, taken off of our path by others. So there is bliss in protecting the self. Choice. That is beautiful. You are not like the others, and you know that. You know that. So in a place of gratitude, you even know that your future is blocked for this. An ending must be made, and it takes strength. Cool thing is, you got that. That doesn't mean others do. If this is a relationship, that doesn't, listen, sometimes that person's just a mirror and a lesson of how bad you could be. If this is you dealing with the drug issue, gotta change it, because it's not really who you are, it's what you're experiencing. New adventures await you, and all you have to do is make the choice, and it goes straight up. It's great. It's all about caring for yourself, loving yourself. This brings a spark of inspiration as well as the opportunity that moves you forward. Understanding you are the source of all that you desire. You are the source of the manifestation you experience at this time. So forgive yourself for taking time to learn a lesson. We all are doing it. Celebrate what you do have and that you are a little bit more awake than the others. You're in angel school. You're not just on the ride of life. Understand that everything you focus on grows, expands. That includes unhappiness. In the 888, this is money. So what you desire in that snake energy is about desires, right? It's about lust. And that shit eventually fails. It always will. You have to accept and seek different gifts. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy the lust, but we must seek healthier gifts. Healthier gifts from the self. We must expect healthier things in others. Again, it's about manifestation. So you should be trying to manifest alignment, peace. This is about correcting errors within the self, misunderstandings in the self. Optimism and hope is good, but it's not action. Stay mindful and aware and healthy. It is time to heal. You are due to heal. Didn't say overdue, but the time is now. All right? I hope this reading was enjoyable for those who needed it. If this did not resonate with you, check out some of the other readings. My messages tend to be for a few that are really in need of it, as I'm pulling in that type of energy. Who needs to hear it the most? All right? If this was enjoyable in any way at all, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend if they need it. Again, my name is Psi Divine, and I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful week, and remember, you are well.